The National Youth Service Corps NYSC is facing a growing mobilization crisis as hundreds of thousands of Nigerian graduates who have completed their studies are yet to be mobilized for national service. With delays dating as far back as 2022 and a backlog now estimated at over 500,000 graduates, questions are being raised about the capacity of the scheme, its funding, and the wider implications for youth employment and national development. Victoria Tokolo spoke to Lagos residents on the mobilization crisis facing the NYSC. Now reports.
The National Youth Service Corps, a mandatory one-year national service program for Nigerian graduates, is currently grappling with one of the most severe mobilization backlogs in its history. Available data indicates that more than 5,000 graduates are awaiting mobilization, with some having completed their studies as far back as 2022. Several factors have been linked to the crisis, including funding pressures following the increase in the monthly allowance of corps members to 77,000 naira. However, some Lagos residents and affected graduates point to administrative challenges, particularly incomplete documentation, as a contributing factor. According to them, many graduates have been unable to present the required documents needed for mobilization. Parents of waiting graduates also lament the prolonged delay, expressing concern over rising unemployment.
The people that have graduated, they should not stay at home. They should find something doing. And the government should help them in terms of empowerment, to help them to empower them, try to do one or two things instead of staying at home. So that would be my advice. Because government, the institution will continue producing graduates year and year. Every year, we continue producing graduates.
My own advice for them, let them go and look for something doing, something like handwork. Something like handwork, it will help them. To help them in life. Because when you have handwork, you're okay. You're a madam of your own, you're a girl of your own. And when you work in a company, moreover, when you work in a company, if they do not sell well, they will not pay you on time, they will not pay you.
At least the federal government is supposed to have standard background. Immediately they are passing out, at least if they don't have scholar job, federal government should try to encourage them, maybe on their own self-employed. That will at least ease the percentage of unemployment of our graduates in the country.
This country is very bad. I have two graduates at home. There is no work for them. Look at me now. If I just stress myself to go school. Or my husband, before she died, he suffered to give them money to go school. Upon day, my son is at home. No work, no anything.
Mobilized means you have not been posted at all. That means you are not ready for NYSC. So it's not the government's inability to pay up the 77K. They have actually paid. So it's not the inability to pay. It's inability graduates are not providing adequate documents for them to be mobilized.
For many graduates, the inability to complete the NYSC program have become a major barrier to securing employment, as several organizations still require an NYSC discharge certificate as a condition for recruitment. Some Lagos residents argue that increasing the budgetary allocation to the NYSC alone may not solve the problem. They stress the need for broader economic stability and sustainable policy that creates opportunities for young Nigerians.